What's up, hot makers? Welcome to another Monday edition of HotMakes right here on the Edge of Tech, where we aim to educate and entertain the maker community. I'm Jim / Nerdy J, if you go by that, and Pooch isn't here. There's no one here. I'm solo tonight. Well, kinda. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Vines is with us tonight. How you doing, Brian?
Hello, 3D Printing Prince. I'm doing great, Jim. How are you?
Good. Surprise. Nice. So Brian is known. He's going to be on the show about 20 minutes. And so thanks for jumping in.
You're welcome.
I got home a little late and then had just a long, busy day. And I was like, Pooch had to call off tonight. He had an appointment to get to and couldn't miss it. And I was thinking, I wonder if we should take the night off. And my wife, Lindsay, is like, you can't take the night off. What are you thinking? So I was here and trying to think of what we're going to do tonight. And I thought, well, you put out an Ender 3 video today. I put out one Saturday. We should talk about the Ender 3 V2. That's what we should do tonight.
What a great idea.
Yeah, what a great idea. So if you haven't seen the videos, I dropped one on Saturday and it's doing well. And Brian dropped his today with a build and everything, which is great. Yep. And if you want to drop your link, go ahead, throw it in there. Let's do it.
One moment, please.
Yeah. So Brian poached Pooch's job. Pooch is actually grabbing his spool eraser, Carl, and I saw your chat earlier. He's ready to come ram you. So we're gonna have to have a Brian rants at the end. Now that's funny.
I don't really rant about things.
I'm
not known for my ranting.
I think that would be quite the funny thing. But let's see. You're live on the Champs stream. Say hi to all the meeples. Hey, what's up, everybody out there? Sounds like Sam is streaming out there, and he might be streaming us through his stream. So sweet. How you guys doing? Speaking of that, how's the printer doing, Sam? I haven't heard from you in a little bit. I know we've both been busy, so let us know how it's going. Everybody else, welcome to the stream. It's another Monday. Whew. How was your week? How was your week?
My weekend was completely consumed with making my video. Those build videos, man, those take a long time.
Yes. Well, and the build itself is like, if you know what you're doing, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. We'll call it, I don't know. It's not that bad.
No, if you completely take your time with an Ender 3, you're looking at an hour tops.
An hour, yeah. I have shielding and weapons not advisable for Pooch. Sorry. And the thing is, when you film a build video, you might as well be 3 hours because start, stop, set up the shot, start, stop, set up the shot. And I could definitely see that's where your weekend went, and then editing. It's surprised.
Well, not only setting up the shots and shooting them, but then the voiceover after.
Oh, yeah. You're fancy like that. I don't do that. I actually, I just kicked my camera. I actually, when I'm shooting those shots, I just have my lav plugged into my camera anyway. So I do the voice right over the shot. Like, I'm not going back. I should, because it probably would be a lot easier, but that's okay. Show a different ending. Vine's punishment. Yeah, is that you need a multiple ending video? Is what they're saying? Sean Gould. I love it.
Okay. Choose your own adventure.
Brian's cheering fans. That was pretty funny. Zolan says, Brian, nice. Zolan, I thought you tweeted me and said, hey, I'm getting ready for the stream. I have to go somewhere, drop a link, but I can't find that tweet to drop the link. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to that tweet because I was going to drop a link. Sam says he's loving his printer, but where's mine? Mine's right here. It's currently printing another clock spring box. So Steven the Lightspeed, I met him in person when I was out in Arizona in February, and super nice guy. If you didn't see on Twitter, he just gave Llama a drone, and he was raising some money to get it shipped out there. I think it was like an hour or something. He had everybody pitched in and had shipping money. So that was pretty awesome.
If it had a better battery, he could simply have flown it there.
Yes, that would be excellent. Brian puns at the end instead of pooch rants. That would be funny. So, but he's a cool dude, and he's always posting stuff from Clock Spring that he prints on his printers. If you check out his Twitter, Steven the Lightspeed, he's always posting Clock Spring stuff. So finally, I saw so much of it, and I said, you know what? Where is it? Right here. We got the. I'm having movement trouble
It's
here.
right there.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's not mirrored, so I feel like it's like, do a dance with me. Anyways. I figured, you know what? I'm gonna print a Clock Spring box on the Ender 3 V2 with a completely stock profile from Prusa Slicer. So Joel Telling did a he was using on his CR6 SE the stock slicer and the stock profile that came with it, and got just amazing results, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, I'm gonna do Prusa Slicer. They have an Ender 3 profile built into it. I'm gonna see what happens. I'm just gonna change the temperatures, and that's it. And if you check out Twitter at the Edge of Tech, I posted some not great pictures, but some pictures of this thing. But this is the one of the Clock Spring boxes, and I tell you, well, let's see if I can get it up there. So that's the top. And it's not bad. Like I said, this is a stock profile, not tweaked at all. Everything was right out of the box as far as profile goes. And you actually twist it to open it. So it all came off the printer like this, which was super cool. And then, I mean, there is obviously a little flaws and stuff, but that's okay. It's, like I said, it wasn't tuned. And then it opens like that. And then, your box is inside. Maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, that's pretty cool. And even though it's got little flaws, those are no vault of your own.
That's right. No vault of my own. That's a good one. So it actually printed like this, flat down on the bed. And that's how it prints, and then you take it off. But I mean, it was a heck of a print. This is what the side profile looks like. Let's see if I can get it on there. Kind of a really cool design on the side underneath.
A little bit. He's got that angled there so that it still can print, and it doesn't have to bridge because it's a 45 degree to the top. Right.
And it came out super good, like I said, for the stock Ender 3 profile on Prusa Slicer. And and Brian's locking in the puns early. Yes. One Res is in the house. How you doing? Vikings in the house. And so I thought I'm gonna print another one. So right now it's printing another one right there. And I just started it, and I think it's like 12 hours. So yeah, we're going to check it out. So what do you think of yours so far, though? I mean, you put it together. We saw the video. You only had it since the weekend, though, right? Or only had it open?
I got it last Monday, I think. And I started working on the script for the video, and it was maybe Tuesday or Wednesday when I finally took it apart. Or right. I finally opened the box and shot the unboxing part of the video,
right,
and then shot all of the scenes for the assembly. I want to say it was Wednesday. It might have been Thursday. Maybe it was Thursday that I shot that part, because I finished it about half an hour before I went on Creality's live stream.
Right.
And so I was just kind of sitting there on the workbench, next to the printer, and I had it printing. So in the video, even though I say that cat is the first print, that's actually the second print. The gotcha. First print was a calibration cube that I printed on Creality's live stream, and I printed that in Josh's Alien 3D Alien Ooze PLA, which really looks nice. But nice. I like that printer. I really like it.
Yeah. Everybody's saying hi, and still the puns are going. Yes, we can do that. We can check out the print at the end of the stream. I think I can make that happen. But yeah, I mean,
a minute ago.
Wow. Oh, that's right. You just pulled that off, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It actually came off the bed.
I got to print that. Tell me something.
Yes.
Which it's back on the printer right now. What rainbow is that?
That is TTYT 3D. I don't know if you've got any of their stuff or not.
I have not. So
That was an Amazon purchase.
So I have some G-Tech up here, and they call it like chameleon sparkle or something like that. There was a post in one of the groups a few weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I don't know, and it said, "Hey, for some reason Amazon won't let us sell this. It's supposed to be rainbow sparkle PLA, $15 a roll. Message me." And they just threw it in some of the groups out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I messaged the person and I said, "I'll take 2 for $30," and they note that's it, $30 shipped, 2 rolls of rainbow sparkle. And it was the G-Tech. So I was like, I'll try it. I like, my wife loves the rainbow stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of funny that you're printing in rainbow sparkle or rainbow, right? And so I just did this. This is a Fate's End, one of the Fate's End towers.
Fancy.
Yeah, let me see if I can get out of the way. So it's in a rainbow, a little bit darker rainbow colors though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened here in the middle of the night. It just that layer went haywire. It finished, which was awesome because this was like an over 24-hour print. But it finished, but this layer was completely trashed, so I pulled it all out. But I don't even know where I'm at here. There we go. I think it sits in there something like. Oh, now I'm way off.
Get a heavy layer of 3D glue and fix that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then it's supposed to print this base piece here, and then the top is actually separate, and you can kind of see that. And again, this was completely stock Ender 3 profile on Prusa slicer. So I don't think that's too bad for a stock.
No, that's profile. Not bad at all. And I don't see any stringing to really say anything about.
There's a couple at the very top, but that's it. I don't know if you can see it in there, but yeah, I mean, other than that, it printed really good. I think, I do. I like this printer a lot. I think I don't know about you, but I think it actually went together a little easier than the Ender 3.
I would say that it did too. You know what made it easier is you didn't have to mount the power supply.
Yeah, that's true. or the fact that we probably put together 4 or 5 Ender 3s.
Well, I've only had the other 2. I had an Ender 3 and Ender 3 Pro, and then I've got the Ender 3 V2.
Got it. Well,
and it was a long time in between assembling those.
Right.
Although the Ender 3, it's the Sane Smart branded one, not the Creality branded one.
Sure.
But it's the same printer.
Right. Same printer. They just put their branding on it, right?
Right.
We're talking about the Ender 3 V2, which is right. I keep doing that. It's right here. So I put out a video on Saturday, and Brian put out a video today. And so that's what we're talking about. But yeah, I think it probably did make it easier that we've done a couple.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I really like the belt tensioners. What else did I really like? I like the 32-bit board, of course. It's silent except for the fans on it.
The fans, yeah.
Yay! Right? Okay. Someone said, okay. And what do you like? I mean, what do you like about it besides the power supply being in the best place it should have been in the first place?
Yeah, I like this. I like the screen, and I like the user interface on it. There's that one little issue that you and I ran into, and I want to research that a little bit more. But apart from that, it's mostly an Ender 3 Pro. It's an Ender 3 Pro with a 32-bit silent board and a color LCD.
Right.
And some
upgrades.
Little upgrades and things moved around.
Right.
Yeah. But the cost difference between when I made the video, the cost difference between the Ender 3 Pro and the V2 was $30. And then they dropped the price by $10 on the Ender 3 and the Ender 3 Pro. So the Ender 3 is now $199. And the Ender 3 Pro is now 229. I think
Yeah,
it was.
I think
Yeah,
it's
it was like
230.
239. Now it's 229 or something.
The bed is glass, and I tell you, I'm usually not a fan of the Creality glass beds. I never liked them. I take them off and I put on flex plates, and I'm gonna do that with this anyway. But I was talking to Brian before the show, and the prints I've done so far, you pretty much have to chisel them off that bed. Now, make sure, I don't know about you, if you cleaned yours before you did it. I cleaned mine with IPA, and there was a whole bunch
that
of
yellow stuff.
Yeah, the yellow, like grease or something on there.
It's a residue. It's I don't know what it is, but
Right.
all of those textured beds like that, like all the ultra base type beds that I've used are like that. When you clean them the first time, you get yellow stuff.
Right. And
I don't think it's tar or nicotine, because
you never know. But I tell you, after that, like the bed sticks super good. And I don't know how long that'll last. And I tell you, I had some issues. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a G code I was using, but I did. I may or may have not drugged the nozzle a little bit on it, but it really it took like a chisel to get some of these prints off, and it's sticks really good. So if you do get this printer and you get the glass bed, don't freak out right away. Try it and see if you like it, because a lot of people love glass. I know on my video, I had people commenting about there was warped. It was high in the center and low on the outsides.
the glass or the aluminum plate?
The bed, the glass, when they're printing, when they're actually leveling it, they're saying it's high in the center and low on the outsides. And I thought that was weird with glass. You can try to level it with the famous llama blue tape or some tinfoil or something, but it's really weird with glass. I don't know why the glass would reflect that if the bed is bad, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. The issue that I've invariably had with any of the beds on my printers is that they dip in the center.
Right.
So with even with this one, it's got just the slightest little dip in the center. It's not a lot,
Right.
but it's enough that even when I've got the corners to where, sliding paper under there, you can feel it grip really well.
Right.
When you do it under the center of the bed, and it slides real easy. So
sure. And I have it's sitting right there. I can't reach it from here, but I have a flex plate that'll be going on this one soon, because I just love the flex plate. Those are so nice. But a lot of people are chiming in about their glass and blue tape and
blue tape, all the things.
Yeah. I know. Filament Frenzy's in the house. How you doing? And Pooch is not here tonight. He had to he didn't reschedule. He had to cancel for tonight. But I know you're crying inside. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry. I'm the substitute poocher.
There you go. Someone said Pooch really got good looking since last week. So there's that.
Nah, he's better looking than me.
Yeah. Both glass beds are high in the center, low on the outsides. That's what this person says.
Well, turn them upside down and use blue tape.
Yeah, you could do that. Tinfoil works great. But I tell you, I'm usually not a fan of the glass, and it sticks so good. It really was doing good, and I like that. What else do we like about the printer? 32-bit board, silent, of course. I can't remember. One thing I didn't put in my video, and I didn't say it out loud, I don't think it's a Meanwell.
It is. It's supposed to be.
It is a Meanwell, because they didn't advertise that. I went back and looked at all the Creality pages and stuff, and it doesn't say that on their page. Now, what it does say on their page is that it has a filament runout sensor.
I got them to fix that. It doesn't say that anymore.
It doesn't, because I chatted Ben last 2 nights. What date did I? Saturday night.
Yeah, I talked to him too. I was like,
I said, Ben, what's going on? People are bombing my videos saying, where's the filament runout sensor? And I shot him the links to his stuff, and he's like, I'll fix it. So I'm glad many of us got on that bus, because people were asking me real quick about that. But it is supposed to have a Meanwell. I'll have to look at that again, because I thought that was the case. And when I went back to look, when I was doing my show notes, it wasn't on there that it was Meanwell. So I'm curious if it is. Now I'm gonna have to post it. I thought Chuck
usually the way they phrase that is they call it a branded power supply.
Well, I know they're calling it Meanwell on some other ones.
Okay.
Like they actually call it out. That's why I was curious.
I may pull the cover off the bottom of that and take a look.
I know Chuck did that. You know who else did? Wasn't it Chris Nerys? Didn't he pull the?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought he pulled he pulled the hot end out. He pulled I think he looked at the board. He's all up in it. A lot of people are in it. Let's see. Interested in a new surface from TH3D. Chris Travis says, "Are you talking about the Easy Flex 2?" I think it's just a revamp, a rework of their graphic on the Easy Flex 2. That would be.
So instead of having their logo centered, it's kind of rotated a little bit in the corner, right?
Right. Let's see. So that's one of the Easy Flex 2s, and I know that he changed it. It's a blue logo now. Hopefully you can see that, but this is what I like these, and I really like these with the blue easy mats on them. You can do one on each side, so you get the textured if you want. You can do the smooth PEI on the other side if you want, but these are really nice. Same new look, yes. The blue grid mat he has a new version of. What? I need it. So what you're telling me is it's not this one. It's a new version of this, because that's the original. This is the original Easy Mat, and this is just on a flex plate.
Mm-hmm.
And this stuff sticks like a lot, without swearing on a stream. Like you need a chisel to get stuff off that thing, literally like a jackhammer.
Fortunately, you can simply flex it.
Yes, on this one. If you don't have the flex, that's how I started on glass, because I didn't like the glass. So I was sticking these down to glass. And then he's like, hey, try the flex on that, because I was breaking stuff trying to get it off. Now I'm going to have to go look. TH3D's all matte, all black now. What?
So it's matte black.
Well, in that case, I better have one up here tomorrow. No, I don't know if that's true, but where's Tim at? We're getting him on the stream. No. But yeah, I mean, what about you? Are you going to leave the glass on it, or are you going to do?
I'm going to leave it stock until after I get my CR6 SE, and I compare the two of them.
Oh yeah.
Literally, the only thing I'm going to do to this Ender 3 is I'm going to move the spool holder down to the front.
Got it. So
the rest of it's just going to be stock.
David Randolph's in the house. He's the one that said it's all black now. Nice.
Hi, Dave.
Oh boy, Jerry, careful there. Is a V2 open source? I think it will be when they release the code, and they inevitably will. I'm pretty sure it is Marlin for sure.
They always do.
Yeah.
They hold on to it for a couple of months, and then they let it out.
You pinged Tim on Telegram. This Telegram thing. What the heck? Someone asked me, who was it? Stephen the Lightspeed said, hey, add me on Telegram. This is, and I was like, what's a telegram? I thought we got over that in the 1800s. I don't know. And then they explained what it was. And I'm like, man, I can't keep up with the chat services I have now, let alone another.
I've got like a Discord account, and I toyed with the idea of doing a Discord for my channel. And what inevitably happens is I get sick of hearing the notifications from all of the other Discord channels or the Discord servers that I'm on.
Right.
And I'll quit Discord, and then I forget that I quit it. And then 3 weeks and a month goes by, and it's like, oh, I guess I need to open Discord again. I was going to say, Chris Travis is asking if I'm not going to change the springs out. Not immediately. The springs that are on it are kind of wimpy, but I'm going to keep it stock.
I'm with I'm not with you on that. I don't like. I didn't change it yet because I'm doing all the test prints first, but it will be changed out. So I have another one coming. So I have this one that's working now, and a reseller Lux and Watts, if you guys ever heard of Lux and Watts.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for they actually supplied me with this one. And they didn't ask me to say that, but I'm doing it because that was awesome. And the thing is, one of them I'm going to use for an upgrade printer, which I should have done with my Ender 3s. So I'm going to keep one stock and use one for an upgrade video printer, because inevitably what happens is you start doing all these upgrades and you're like, oh yeah, you just got to go back and do this to the hot end, but then you have the upgraded hot end on there.
Yep.
And you have to either put it all back on, or you just like, well, this isn't the real hot end, but yours will look like this, I mean, so my goal in life was to keep one stock and one I'll play with, and then, but I am going to get rid of those crappy springs. I wish they would stop using those.
I don't see why they don't put the yellow ones on there, just right off the bat.
Nice. Dan, how you doing from the birthday party? I agree. I thought they did them with the Pro. The Ender 3 Pro had yellow springs on it, didn't it?
No, I had to add them on mine.
You did?
Yeah.
I swear I thought they did the
In
yellow
fact, that was my springtime of the Enders video.
Oh.
That's the one where I added the yellow springs to the Ender 3 Pro.
Which ones had it? Was it the Ender 5 Pro maybe?
I don't know. I haven't had any of the 5 series.
I'm looking at my Ender 5 Pro and realizing that I put solid bed mounts on it, so I can't tell you. But oops. But yeah, let's see. Chat is full of troublemakers. This is true story. But yeah, I mean, all in all, though, yeah. So Dominic said Ender 5 Pro had the yellow springs. Thank you. I'm pretty sure. I was gonna say one of the pros came with the yellow springs. Yeah. Chris Travis said easy ABL with solid mounts on his Ender 3. I have that on pretty much everything. I have it on my CR10 V2, the Ender 5s, and one of my Ender 3s. The other one has solid bed mounts and a BL Touch, but don't tell Tim.
Okay.
No.
I put Tim's unified firmware on my Ender 3.
Nice.
And I enabled the manual mesh bed leveling on that.
Oh, cool.
And I have not had to touch it. I still got the springs on it.
Right.
But I have not had to mess with it at all.
Nice.
And I get a beautiful first layer, because that bed's got a little dip in the middle of it, and just doing that manual mesh,
right?
It just works.
That takes a little bit of time, but once you get that done, though, it works good.
Yep.
That's one thing I haven't done yet. I haven't played with that on a video. I mean,
yeah.
Normally,
well, see, that's the thing about the manual mesh level, is that it actually uses the nozzle. And it uses the nozzle as a probe, and then you're kind of doing the paper kind of thing to just kind of tweak the Z height.
Right.
But you lock it in for each and every one of those 25 points, and it just knows. And it's right there. You don't have to worry about, if the printer is like a little bit skewed or something, where, it's the probe has an offset, and is that really where the nozzle is, and, the height of the nozzle and stuff like that. But
yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I saw, but back to Creality. I saw you on the Creality stream. That was what, last week, right?
Yeah, late last week.
Yeah,
Thursday, I think.
That's Thursday. That's right. So I've been creeping on streams. I'm a couple times I jumped in on my phone and said hi to some of the guys. I think Dan and some other ones, but normally I'm holding the little guy, and I don't want to like start chatting or talk because I don't want to wake him up. And yeah, it's just funny. I think so I've been kind of like creeping and just watching streams and not saying anything. Let's see. Bob Carr, we're all here. We're just attempting different what does that say? Orientations of a cone on the Elegoo Mars. Nice. Start him early. That's right. Zolan said it was Dan, Llama, myself, Justin doing a ton of live streams. Yes. I think you guys have literally burned out all of the internet bandwidth. Between those guys, I don't think they ever stop. I think there's like a continuous, a continuous stream out there. Jerry was in the house for 3D printing and painting. I saw him a little bit ago, Viking and Travis. So what's your questions out there? I know we got some time. We got like a half hour at least left. Brian and I both have the Ender 3 V2s. What do you guys think? What questions do you have for us about the Ender 3 V2? Yes, Chris Warcocky too as well. I saw him streaming recently. He shot me
streaming earlier today.
Zolan says no HotMakes tonight. Probably not tonight because I didn't get them ready. Did they switch out the hot end on the Ender 3 V2?
I have not pulled the shroud off of mine. I think it's still the same hot end though, isn't it?
I believe so. You know what? Someone did. Give me 1 second here. And the reason why I don't have any HotMakes tonight, for one, well, I got home late and I wasn't going to stream, but my wife's like, you got to stream. So I jumped with Brian. I was like, Brian, you did a video. I did a video. Let's talk. And he's like, cool. So I didn't get any of that ready. Normally I do that ahead. So usually like on a week, we get something around 100 a week, and I have to go through them all manually and, get them all ready and get the links ready and put them on the other document and all that stuff. I just did not have time to do that tonight. I apologize, everybody. What do we got here? Looks like a great printer, but don't like the hot end shroud. I like it if it's functional. And so far it's fine. I mean, so far it's not bad.
It doesn't really get in the way. It looks better than the steel box. But I don't know if the air intake holes are adding to the noise level or not.
Yeah, that's a good question. Vince, not to jump, he said, hey, I'm going to the Coex warehouse tomorrow to get some filament. He's a truck driver from Canada. Vince, welcome. I hope you love it. It's a great little place over there, and I love their filament. They just did another mystery sale, I believe over the July 4th weekend, where they had like $4.44 off or something on their mystery filament, brought them to like 12 something a roll. It was awesome. I know a bunch of people jumped on that. Let's see. Does the V2 have the pressure switch ABL? No, it does not. Nope. That's the
CR6 SE.
CR6 SE
and CR6 Max.
Is there something you didn't like in the V1 and it is still there in the V2? The crappy springs.
Springs. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Right here is like a little pull out, has a bunch of things. I got a bunch of those yellow springs just waiting to go on this thing. I got to say this though. Once I got it leveled, I have not touched it, and I've done 4 or 5 long prints. So they're staying, but I just don't like the springs.
Chris Galata's asking if it's got the quick release. No, it doesn't. It's the standard plastic extruder. And the only change they really made to it is they put a little brass ring around the hole.
Yep, a brass insert where your filament comes in. Yep.
So the filament can't cut through the arm over time. I had that happen on mine.
Right. I've seen so many that do that. It does not. Yeah, plastic extruder. Yes. In order to get PTFE tubing, you must remove the fan shroud. That's why I don't like it. I don't know. I haven't tried.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I literally got it built late last week, and was filming with it all weekend. So I haven't really had a chance to tear into it.
And I didn't tear mine apart yet because I didn't want to yet. And that's my. It's my. Oh man, I got a lot of videos I have planned for it, and I'm waiting for that second one so I can tear into one. Let's see. Oh geez, that's funny. Tenacious 6 is hot, right? Let's see. I'm curious. Someone else had a question back here. Something else I didn't like on the V1 that's still there in the V2. Probably the other thing would be the plastic extruder. People say they're fine.
I'm okay with the plastic extruder with the brass insert on the thing, because that was the only failure point for it, really.
Right. And Chris Travis says, is there a spot for an easy ABL? Let me look. Yes. Let's see how I can show you that. Let me think about how I can show you that. I just realized I brought my USB extenders inside because I was playing a Raspberry Pi with what did I set it up on with all the games on it? when over the 4th of July, my family here. So I set it up so we could play Nintendo. So I grabbed my extenders that I had in the garage here and brought them in there for the controllers, and I forgot. Would like a light 6 hot end to be good up. Wait, would a light 6 hot end be a good upgrade for the Ender 3 V2? I don't know if I've ever seen that hot end. Have you?
I am not familiar with that.
A light 6 here. Light 6 hot end.
The E3D V6 Lite, which is...
Oh, maybe that's what he's talking. Yeah.
What are the difference? I don't know what the differences are between the light and the regular. I mean, it's half the cost, I think.
RetroPie, thank you, Zolan. I was like, I know I just built this thing. Try out the Control Blast RetroPie image sometime. I love it. I'll definitely have to check that out. So you know what else? You can't see it because it's behind me. I do have that Copperhead. So maybe on one of these I could do the Copperhead. That would be an awesome printer for that. I think people wanted to see it on the Ender 5 or Ender 5 Plus though when I did a survey. Okay. Yes, the E3D V6 Lite is PTFE all the way down stainless steel heatsink.
Okay.
Light equals PTFE. Got it. Michael H is late. So let's see. What my question? It's printing, so I shouldn't have started a print before the stream because I would have pulled the hot end or pulled at least the front of the hot end off there to see it. I know Chris. Let me do this real quick. I know Chris did it. Nerys did that, and I think Chuck did that too. So let me look real quick, and while we're talking, maybe I can fast forward through their videos and pop one up.
Kind of get a close up on it.
Yeah, if you're here and you haven't seen Brian Vine's channel yet, check it out. We'll do a link in the description as soon as I'm off this. But he's got a great channel. He did a video today on the Ender 3 V2, and it's a heck of a video with a build. TK, thank you. Polymate, I have one, and it's honestly very good if your speed is 60 or around that. Issues with PLA or TPU expanding in the standard V6 are gone with the light. Oh, nice.
Okay. So if you want to dedicate a printer to PLA.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't mind my I don't know. I've shot the Coex 60D. It's in the cabinet now. The flex filament through an Ender 5, and I've had really good results. Now, who was it? Chep and I think Garrett over at 3D Printing Farm had some really good results with that little like $100 direct drive printer for TPU. I don't know if you've seen that, but they're like getting some amazing results on TPU.
I did those coasters the other day.
That's right. Do you have that little printer?
No, I've got the stock hot end on the Ender 3, and I've got one of the Bondtech clones as the extruder part of it.
Got it.
But it's Bowden. I printed it on a Bowden. So
nice.
Nice and floppy.
I swear Chep talked about the hot end having to tear it apart. I see the board. I'm looking at his video right now. I see he showed the board. I really think, oh yeah, he has it torn apart in his hands. Let's see. Here, I'm trying to find the I'm trying to find where he tore it apart. Nope, that's not it. But yeah, I mean, any other questions out there for the Ender 3 V2? Let me know or let us know. Let's see. Thanks, Andrews. The Light 6 is good for PLA. Nice. Who hasn't clicked on that handsome face before? I love it. Well, I appreciate that. I know you're talking about Brian, but I mean,
on that handsome face.
Will Luke, Dominic, will Luke Hatfield's hot end fix be a needed modification for the V2? Theoretically,
if it's the same hot end, I would probably say yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say theoretically, anytime Anytime you have PTFE that needs to go all the way down to the nozzle, Luke's fix could help you. Is that a good answer? I mean, because theoretically,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, because that keeps a short segment of it always down against the nozzle.
Right.
And you're not having to just fight that tube all the way down.
Let's see. Jim, I'm a back of the CR6 Max. Ooh, I wish I wish I would have jumped on that. And I'm thinking about buying a Raspberry Pi to control it over and watch prints when I'm not at home, but I'm afraid to start because I've never done any coding or don't worry about coding.
No, just Octoprint.
Yeah.
Octoprint. You download the image and install it on an SD card.
I have some videos out there.
You and me both.
Yeah, we both, and it's super easy. It's super easy to set up an Octoprint on a Raspberry Pi. Just watch what kind of Pi you have. So
you get a 3V plus or a 4.
Yeah. So here's one. This is what you get, right? And this is a 3B plus. If you can still find them, they're still out there.
They are.
So I have one that is in my basement right now that I beat myself with that RetroPie for like 4 hours because I thought it was a 3B plus. And it turns out it was a regular Pi. It wasn't a 3-0. So I pulled it out and I'm looking at the board and I'm like, oh, come on. I don't even know how I got that, but it was kind of weird. So I put the wrong image on it. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't finish. It was a mess.
Somewhere in a box here I've got.
Yeah, there's no coding needed. Once you get it, you just plug it in and let it fly. It's super easy. The Mosaic palette canvas hub is a Pi 0 with an Octopi. Yes, it is.
Here's an oldie.
Octoprint works on my Raspberry V2. Nice. Oh, let me look at what you're looking at. Yeah. Well, the one I have looks very similar, and I didn't bring it up here, but it looks like that one, but it's not. And I'm like, man, really? I spent so much time not paying attention.
Because this has like the full-size SD card and everything.
No, it's not that old. It's not like Apple IIe old. It's just no.
Oh, you want old, huh?
Uh-oh. Is that your Commodore?
No. It's my Sinclair ZX81.
Oh, jeez.
With a Z80 and 2 kilobytes of RAM.
Nice. 2 kilobyte. Wow. What are we going to do? 2 kilobytes.
Actually, no, that's 1 kilobyte. That's 1K. You can type a bigger document. You can make a brand new Word document and save it with nothing in it, and it would not fit on that computer.
I love it. I'm looking here. I don't see it. There's way too much video on Nerese's. He's got like 6 hours of a video here, but but yeah, the Octoprints are super easy to run. I have at least 5 of them going. I have 3 I need to build still, so working on that. It's just awesome. It's awesome to be able to start it and watch it wherever you are. Just you can't condone that. Just be careful, right? Make sure you're in the house watching it, and if you're not, then don't tell me you weren't. And I didn't say
do this at your own risk.
Yes.
By the way, I did test the V2, and it does have thermal runaway protection, so that's good.
Nice.
Of course, it's 32-bit, so it's Marlin 2, right?
Yep.
So I don't think it can help but have thermal runaway protection enabled.
I think you're right. I think on the 32s they all are well, I shouldn't say because then someone's going to prove me wrong, but they should all be coming with it, right?
You think?
Here you go. There's the video for my Octoprint install. So if you want to check that out, it's super easy.
You download the image, burn it onto a card.
Yeah, it's really
easy.
easy.
Edit one file to put in your Wi-Fi information, and boot it up, and you're good.
Yep. That's it. And then have fun with plugins.
Yes. Octolapse is amazing.
Yes. The only problem I have with Octolapse is the time it adds to my prints.
Yeah.
to move the stuff over.
That's an extra 3 or 4 seconds per layer.
Yes. All the plugins. Yeah. So
but
Are you
it's a beautiful result.
are you a laser guy?
Well, I have a laser pointer, but
Nice. I know we've
it
had
works
this
well with my
discussion.
cats, but that's enough.
I love it. I know we've had this discussion before, and I'm thinking about a laser, thinking about between a diode and maybe a K40 with some upgrades, right? Just to play around with, do some fun stuff to try to sell locally.
Okay.
It's Garrett's fault. 3D Print Farm. If you haven't checked out his stuff, he did some super cool stuff on some tiles with paint, and I'm just like, I love it. I need to start.
That Hulk tile.
Yes.
Awesome.
No, Jay, don't get Brian on lasers. Be careful. Yes. I want to get a 40-watt CO2. My biggest thing is where would I put that? I mean, that's my biggest thing. But yeah.
Yeah. So, one thing that you probably don't want to try doing is laser etching a mirror.
Yeah. I better not say that out loud. No, cat's tail and laser. No. Oh, you're right. No. I always wonder about Narice's cats when he has that laser going. I've got one that still need to do all the upgrades. A K40, Andrew S. said, Battlecrafted laser. So there's some really cool lasers out there with diode ones and everything. What is that one called? Oh, looking here real quick. But I don't know. Out there, let me know what you think. Should I go with a really nice diode, or should I just jump right into the K40s or something? A wicked laser and a mirror ball. Oh, Jesus.
Poor cats.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've wanted to do for a long time with just a plain laser pointer is set up a pair of servos to control a mirror so that I can do pan and tilt and pan on the mirror, right, and just shoot a laser at it, and you can use that to draw patterns.
Oh.
So if you've got like a fog machine or just a foggy night, you can do some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I have lasers for my DJ business. That one is called a Galaxian Sky. It goes, I believe that's what it's called, and it'll shoot like flatline lasers.
So so you can cut through that fog and see the swirls.
And when you're under it, it looks like clouds above you and stuff. It's really cool. Diodes are okay, little fun projects. CO2 is cheap and easy. I'm waiting for the Kyber crystal laser. I'm waiting for sharks with freaking laser beams. So the one I've been checking out, let's see here. Let's see if I can share my screen. Chrome tab and Blazer Core. Wait a minute. Yep, that's right. So this one, is that sharing? There we go.
Yep.
I'll do this so it's a little bit bigger. So this is it's from Darkly Labs. It's called an Blazer Core. Some people are saying, hey, check this out. If you're going to do diode, do something like this. This is a kit. It does not have a surrounding case, and it's actually open right here, so you can slide bigger material through it. Which is kind of cool, but it comes in a kit. Well, that's Australian, it looks like. Let's see. We'll go to US. Am I on Darkly Labs? Yeah, I must be. Weird. I wonder why it thinks I'm in Australia.
Anyway, using a VPN to hide from the government.
I must be. But it's really cool. It's a kit. I was trying to find out, what you can do. Okay, here we go. So you can get I believe you can get a camera. I think you can get a little air thing. Let's see. Oh, there's an Emblazer 2, which is completely built with an enclosure and stuff around it. But apparently I went to the wrong one here. Let's go to order now. I'm going to order it while we're on the stream, and my wife is going to beat me. Here we go. So, but I mean, you can do, this is what it kind of looks like here. I don't know why these pictures are being crazy like this. There we go. US dollar. So it's like $1,000 plus
Well,
if
that's not bad though.
with
What?
air assist. So
How
we'll add
much was
air
it? How much was a 3D printer 4 years ago?
Well, that's true. That's true. We'll add the camera so it can see the stuff on the build surface or whatever. Someone says, "Oh my god, ouch!" Eye protection. So we're looking at $1,200 on this one, but
Go ahead and click add to cart.
yeah, the middle of the night I have before no, but it's cool. It's a kit. I watched some. I actually have watched some builds on this. A couple people building them, and it looks like it takes a while, but that's kind of cool. And it's interesting. To me, it kind of like there's belts here, so it kind of reminded me of a Core XY drive.
Core XY laser.
Yeah,
and the base is Lego compatible.
it does look like that, doesn't it? Just use Brian's card. Yes. Yeah. How thick can it cut? That is I have no idea. Let's go look. Does it even say on this one? It comes with light burn. Let's see. It comes with electronics, a fire blanket, and silicone cutting mats. Just in case you need a fire blanket.
Dave Randolph, he spent way more on lasers, so $1,000's not bad.
I believe that. Let's see. Let's go back up. How thick can it cut? There's a
50 millimeters.
Yeah, this is the material capacity, right?
I would assume that it can't cut anything thicker than that because it won't fit through it.
This is also true. I don't know if it says. Well, here you go. This is talking about air assist and the camera you can add. Oh, here we go.
Depth of cut anywhere? Or
thickness? Okay. I think
material thickness per.
Thickness is, yeah. So depending on what it is, 10 millimeter balsa.
You can make some awesome radio controlled planes.
I need a fire retardant suit. Yes, probably.
Slate and anodized aluminum. Nope.
Laser power tub size will tell you how thick. Obviously, I've never had a laser before because I don't even know what that is, Dave. No.
It apparently can cut through 6 millimeters of felt. That's a pretty thick piece of felt.
Yeah.
6 millimeters of corrugated cardboard. Oh,
my camera is sitting in front of this, and I thought this just said leather vegetables.
That's what they look like after you're done.
That's not right. Acrylic. They say acrylic in here. I don't think I'd do that without some sort of ventilation because I heard that stuff's pretty rough. Tube. Sorry. Okay, let's go look. Let's see if it tells us. Optics, laser type. Does this help you?
Equivalent to a 15 to 20 watt CO2.
Equivalent to 15 or 20 watt CO2. So hopefully that. Check out Boss Lasers. I've had the LS1420 for 18 months with no problems. Pricey, but U.S. assembled and great customer service. I might have to check that out, David. Boss Lasers. I'll have to check them out too. But yeah, I mean, I thought that was kind of a fun one. And it's either that or maybe just grab a cheap $300 one from, I don't know, wherever.
Sane Smart or wherever.
Yeah, GearBest or something like that. And
the vendor who shall not be named.
Yeah.
They are dead to me.
Yes, the GearBest is. Uh-oh. I don't know if we want to ask why, so we'll just we'll talk about it.
No, because I'm not going to do a pooch rants. So
pooch rants. Brian rants. No. Let's see. Does anyone think a chamber for resin printers will be made to remove VOCs and particles enough to warrant indoor use long term? That's a good question. David Randolph is with us, and I did see that he did a stream recently with a enclosure with a ventilation system on it. I believe he did it with Chris Warcocky. David could probably tell us if that would filter a resin printer good enough to use it indoors full time. Raise hands soon. Nice. So maybe that's what he's talking about. So it's hard to see. My enclosure here actually has a filtration on it right now, and I'm looking at pumping it out the wall, so it'll be like suck through the filtration and just push right outside. But yeah.
Yeah, just push it outside. Let it become the environment's problem.
Better than me breathing it in closed quarters, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, indeed.
Let's see. Yep, CO2 40 min, less than okay. I'm having a unit made specifically for it. Nice. See, there you go. I thought I saw that right. Into the neighbor's yard. You know, it's really funny. That Edutech sign behind me is a window. And on the other side of that window, about 18 inches is a fence to the neighbor's yard. I love it. I use the Photon in the back room with the window open. I have no problem. I used an old Moai, the same, with no fans on it. The only time you smell it is when you open the doors. Interesting. There's some people that are a lot more
sensitive to the resin and the fumes.
Right. As you can see behind me, there's four of them.
What, 3 or 4 of them? Yeah.
4 of them, and then the wash and cure station that's here. But when I had all 4 running at the same time, it gets a little rough in here. You got to have everything being ventilated. I put an air conditioner in the other window over here, and it has the feature where it'll pull the room air out and force fresh air in.
Okay.
So I was doing that. Just letting it run like that. Andrew says they're not toxic till it's active. Till it's activated by UV. Interesting. I think is that backwards? Are they toxic until they're activated by UV? Jim's finds neighbor's dog. Oh boy. We're gonna need to use
toxic. They're not.
We're gonna need you to use your new drone llama to go find the dog. It's Polymate 3D. I have a 6-week-old baby girl. Congratulations. I run the Mars in a out room right now, but would be nice to run it inside safely. I would be very careful with the baby in there. Yeah. I have a 9-week-old now. Wow. I had to think about that. I think he's 9 weeks old. He was 8 weeks on the 4th, but at least 2 months on the 4th, however weeks that is. I don't know. But
I don't have to wait until they're about 2 years old before you stop measuring their age in months.
In months, yeah. And I don't think I would run that indoors at all with him around. And I have birds and small animals, so they would all it wouldn't go well for me. That dog has 3 eyes. Oh boy. Yeah, someone says one thing that kills me is when I use ABS, get bad chest and bad banging headaches. True. The non-toxic resins. I'll have to look into that. So one thing I want to check out with my wash and cure station, someone brought up, have we tried the water washable resins using the wash and cure station? So fill it with water instead of IPA. And see if the wash and cure station would clean it, right? That would be interesting. I know Uncle Jesse was working on, I can't remember if he just released that second video or he was still working on it. Another one where he was using like
Simple Green or something.
No, I like Everclear and like like all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah. I think he was tweeting about it before. I have all 3 Mars in the garage. Nice. Are they next to Venus? And no, that's for Brian. That was for Brian.
Eventually, they're going to run out of planet names.
Right. No such thing as water washable resin. I don't disagree there, TK. I think TK is the master resin guy here right now. If I remember right. And if I remember right, TK, weren't you really sensitive to it too? Maybe I'm wrong on that too, but I thought it was TK. Let's see.
There were no HotMakes, Sean. There were no HotMakes.
There were no HotMakes. Sorry, Sean.
Next week, perhaps.
I mean, we're HotMakes. We the Ender 3 V2 is our hot make this week. Yeah.
I made one and the nozzle gets hot. So
it is. I haven't even looked. I should probably look at it. Hopefully it's going down well. Someone asked if we were going to show. That's right. Someone said, "Can we show the progress of the print by the end of the stream?" So I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to do that. You only use 3/4 of a lung. Oh, geez. Yes, he has emphysema, not from the resin. No. Okay, good. No more cockeyed things this week. Yeah, there was a lot. If you watch any of the community streams out there, man, they were war cocky and everything. The last one, the funny one, I was a poop cocky. I don't know what the official name was, but that was a good one. I can't name a couple of the other ones that were made currently, but all right, I could, but I just won't.
Yeah.
So a hot
family friendly.
Yeah, you want to talk about a hot mess? Did I bring it out here? Yes, I had a hot mess for tonight. So this included a whole bunch of spaghetti.
I have one in a bag.
Nice. That's a hot mess in a bag.
Yeah.
Nice.
In a to-go bag.
This was on my Ender 5, working on some Ryobi drill pieces that you can hang and then put your drills and stuff on the wall.
Okay.
And this was accompanied by a whole bunch of spaghetti, but that was a really nice blob there. I don't know what the heck happened. My guess is I forgot.
I got two good blobs.
Nice.
One here and one here.
Nice. I'm just glad this did not hit my hot end and stay on it.
Yeah.
But what I think I found was going back through Prusa Slicer, somehow I saved the profile that I use for that specific machine, because I have different ones for all my Ender 5s because they're set up with Octoprint. I can send it right to Octoprint, you know?
Yep. I
with
love
zero bed temp. Oh no, I think it was 40 to start and then 0 after however many layers, right? And I don't know. I think I must have meant to type 60, and I must have just hit 0. So it came loose, and just kind of traveled around with it. And that was a blob. Yeah, a block cocky. There's a bukkake. What software to use a model a blob like that? That is completely art.
Yes.
You can't model that. Yeah, nice.
It's an organic modeling application.
Yeah. Right. Make the it's a chicken or a rooster with Chris Warcocky on it. We'll just leave it at that. All right. But yeah, I mean, any other questions? What's your final take on the well, maybe not final because we've only played with them for like a week now, but what's your I know we're late, so what do you think? What's your overall on the Ender 3 V2? And what I would suggest before you say this is go check out Brian's video he released today. Super good. He did the full build. He did print. I think 2 prints, right?
No, just the one.
No, just the one.
Printed the sample cat.
The other one we talked about was the green. Oh, the cat. Yeah. The other one we talked about was the Alien News one, but that was on Creality stream. That's right.
Yeah, that was this.
There you go. But I mean, so what do you think? You like it? You think it's worth it over the Pro?
I think it is worth it over the Pro because it has the silent board in it, and it's a new 32-bit board. And the cost difference between the two is right at what you would pay if you bought an Ender 3 Pro and also bought the silent board.
Right.
And you don't have to install it.
Right.
And you get a 32-bit board. And you get a color LCD. So
it's true. I actually do like the new. I like the new LCD. As
I
long
do
as that issue doesn't persist.
Yeah.
The issue we're talking about, if you have an Ender 3 Pro out or Ender 3 V2 out there, maybe you guys. I know there's a couple people in the chat that said they had them. Maybe you guys have seen this too. We're trying to figure out if it's really an issue or not, or maybe just a freak of nature kind of thing. But if you are in the middle of a print and on the Ender 3 V2, there's you see your screen. It's like a print screen, tells you the progress and all that stuff. And there's a knob, and you can do tunes, and you can change the temperature and all that stuff. What I was seeing is when I dialed in the Z offset just to play with it, and or temperature, and then I hit OK, to save that, my printer would grind, and then the layer would just shift.
Yep. Yeah, mine did that too.
And I showed that in the video I released on Saturday. But let's see if I can. So you can see it happened at the end of this video, or at the end of this print, and it's really hard to see that, but you can see it didn't finish here, and you can see where all these lines are that should have been infill, that were shifted. And all I did was I hit the back button or something, like I hit the OK button or back button, and all of a sudden it went and it shifted. So if you have an Ender 3 V2, let me know if that happens to you guys. We're just testing it. I didn't put that in my video because I'm not sure if it was just a freak thing or what, but
yeah. This was a Calicat, and there was about a 5 millimeter layer shift on the X and about 1 or 2 on the Y. That was on like the second or third layer, and I just wanted to bump the temperature up a little bit. And as soon as I committed that temperature change, it went and shifted. So my theory on that is that the LCD is not like the LCD, obviously, on the Ender 3 or the Ender 3 Pro, where it's displaying, where everything on the display is because the motherboard is sending it. It's actually drawing the display. It's more like the touchscreens. It's its own little computer. So when you're issuing commands on it, it is sending that via serial to the motherboard. And I think when you make a change like that on the fly, it just injects that G code right into the stream, and it can collide with a command that's already happening. So if there's a move command going on, it may end up with invalid characters for that command.
Right.
Because it's getting extra numbers, or it's getting a letter where it expects a number, and it just freaks out.
I was gonna go try it right now, but I'm scared. I really want this print to go.
No, don't ruin your print. Do it on the second layer of something small.
It looks so good too, so I better not. So before we but I totally agree, and then I think we're just kind of playing. I think we were gonna I know I was gonna check with Ben to see if they came out with a different firmware, maybe, or maybe if you've seen that. But also the V2 board probably does not need a bootloader because it's 32-bit. I think most of them now they're adding the bootloaders in them. Polymate, have a great night.
Bye, Polymate. What Creality was telling me, Jason, on that stream that I was on, I think, was that firmware updates are now via micro SD card.
Right, on the 32 bits. Yep.
Yeah, you just you put the file on the card, put the card in, and it does the thing.
It does its thing. It's awesome. So on the TH3D Easy boards, I have a couple of them laying around here. I was trying to find one to show you, but I have way too much stuff on this desk right now. So on the TH3D Easy boards, it's 32-bit as well, and that's where I started doing that when I played with my first one, and it's really cool. You just compile it, you get it dialed in, you drop it on your SD card, you pop the SD card in, you turn the printer on, it does it for you. It's awesome.
Cool.
Can the new board support Clipper or the new RepRap? That is a great question. I don't see why not, but I don't know the answer, to be honest. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. Just a 32-bit board.
Might be worth a shot. The only thing I've got Clipper on is an ANET A8.
You know who will probably do that? Chris Riley.
Yeah. Yep.
He's really good at that stuff. He's a master at that stuff. So good. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to take, I don't know if I'm going to reach.
What would happen if you joined the stream from your phone and took a phone over there?
That's what I think I'm going to do, yeah. Because I have a Wise Cam sitting there too, and I could just probably pull that up. But yeah, Ender 5 Pro came with a bootloader, yes. I also had this, did I have a silent board in it? Yeah. The Pro had the silent board in it. on the Ender 5. Chris Gulata. Hey, Chris, I'll look at that after the stream. Okay. So I'm going to join the stream real quick because someone asked to see a update before I end the stream, and we're a little bit over here, but of the print that's going currently. So we're going to join in with my phone. Do it for science, yes. I was thinking, I almost grabbed my camera here, and I was like, nah, better not. Let's see. There we go. I might have to turn the lights up back there, but that's okay. What do we got here? We still got a heck of a lot of people watching.
Work Hockey just went live.
What? I'm not even. Oh, he probably thinks I'm done.
Well, yeah, we're 11 minutes over.
I'm usually done. That's why. Yes. All right. Oh boy.
Wow.
All right, Cam.
You used to have to buy a $40 box from Radio Shack to get that effect.
This is true. All right, here we go. I'm going to pull this in, add the stream. You guys will thank me later because I didn't hey Google you. I just told Google to turn on lights here. All right, here we go. That's what I got right now. Looks like there's some garbage layer right there. But
what's going on there?
I don't know. That's a good question.
What's your bed temp? Because it looks like it's letting go.
It's 60. This one looks pretty dang nice.
Yes, it does.
Not bad. But yeah, that's kind of weird. I'll have to watch that. It looks like maybe that corner let go.
Is that supposed to be solid? I mean, like there's supposed to be a gap on either side.
I think it's probably supposed to be like this one.
Yeah, but your center of that one is kind of messed up too.
Right. I'm gonna have to watch it now. Yeah, this one right there.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow if this thing worked or not. So, once again, this was using Prusa Slicer default Ender 3 profile. All I did was change temperatures. So, it's very possible it needs to be tuned. But I wanted to see if it does it.
Yeah.
Layer porn. Thanks.
Later, I took the default profile in Prusa Slicer, and I checked the box for vase mode, and I printed one of these. So
yeah, that looks great.
That took 9 hours.
Nice.
But now I got a trash can or a giant wire nut.
Yeah, or a hat.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cone heads. Awesome. Well, I know we're a little late, but I wanted to show that print, and I really appreciate Brian for coming in. I know we're way late. I was just like, hey, you want to jump on? And he's like, so let me talk with the boss.
Boss said yes.
And so I definitely appreciate that. Uh-oh. I turned off the wrong lights. And and you know, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I think Chris Warcocky just went live, so if you don't have anything to do, go hang out with him for a while.
There.
Yeah, go hang out with him. Yes, this is how our live streams end 8 hours long. Yes, we just keep going. Yeah. This is true. But I really appreciate it. Thank you for stepping in. Next week we'll be back to normal, and we do have a guest next week. I believe we talked about it last week. Is Tanner 3D?
Ricky.
Yeah, awesome. Ricky Tanner's in the house, so he'll be here next week. What is the link for the Warcocky? Let me grab it. I'll do that. I didn't like that.
By the way, thank you for inviting me to the stream.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. You're welcome anytime because I'm just, you know, hey, look, Vikings on the stream over there and Justin. And so we already got people over there. So Chris Gulata, I think he already hit it before I did. Yeah, he did. Nice. So
Let's go over there.
There you go. But anytime you want to jump in, let me know. We're glad to have you, and I'm glad we can talk about the Ender 3v2 a little bit. If you have not seen my video, check out my video. If you've not seen Brian's video, check out his video. It's honestly, it's good printers. I'm gonna have to see what's going on with that layer there. It's I could be guilty of not cleaning the bed. Maybe too fast of a first. I have to look. I didn't pay attention. But I just hit start. I pulled the last one off, hit start on that before the stream, and didn't even look. So hey, Crowdy's in the house. Jim and Brian.
Hi, Reality.
Hey, Crowdy. But we're just about to jump off. You guys have a great night. Brian, hang in there for a minute, and I'll be right back with you. But other than that, everybody else, have a great night. I really appreciate you guys coming. Finally Functional, you're welcome for the show, and we will be back next week with HotMakes, probably some hot mess, maybe a pooch rant, I'm not sure, and I know for sure we're going to have Ricky Tanner on. I shouldn't say for sure because I know we had to change from this week. I'm pretty sure we're going to have Ricky Tanner on next week, so come check that out as well. If you have ideas for lasers, shoot them to me, jim@theedgeoftech.com. I'm interested to see what you guys think I should get because I think it would be fun to play with lasers. I might get some sharks. If I get lasers, I'm getting sharks.
Did y'all catch what he said?
Stream.
Got laser ideas? Shoot them at him.
Yeah, you like that? Just shoot them right over. Nice. Well, you guys have a great night. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Stay safe and later, guys. See ya.